Oh man! All right, ladies,
What are you?
ladies and
What are you doing?
ladies and gentlemen,
Jesus.
Welcome to the podcast. My name's
welcome to the
Brandon.
podcast. My name is Sergio. Welcome back to Waggin with Sergio and Brandon.
Jesus Christ.
We're back. Another episode, of course. We took a short week hiatus. Me and Brandon, of course, have been juggling a couple things in our lives. Luckily, we are back. We are dedicating our time here. And of course, we have our lovely, lovely special guest, Hugo, Ivan, Laura Benitez.
Woo!
Hey,
I can't do you the justice, Hugo. Please introduce yourself.
man, you know who I am. Call me Hugo. Because I got the fucking juice, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I like that. I like that. You know, Hugo, I'm glad we have you on.
I
You
am
know,
too.
Yeah, man.
You know.
it is like I don't know. I don't think you understand how much of an enigma you are to people, Hugo. You know,
An
you're
enigma.
like a very very special person to many people, including myself. You know, a very
You're
very
definitely special.
yeah. Hugo, you're so special. You're such a special person.
I'm so
You know,
special that, like,
you're so special.
that
you
technical difficulties don't allow this to be live streamed.
Hey, come on, man.
All
Look,
right, listen. That's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, but we're hoping to, of course, this podcast we have some technical difficulties that didn't allow us to live stream, but hopefully next week we will definitely have that worked on. We'll have everything ready and we'll have everything Gucci. So yeah, anyways, Hugo, you've been a good friend of ours for a long time. We always talk, of course. We're very, very normal friends. In and out of the recording room, obviously. But we do want to put you out there a little bit. To those who may not have listened to you in a while, you know, maybe never. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So, all right. Let's begin. This is gonna be a bit casual, so let's just begin. Well, all right. How was the raise, by the way? So
The raise, man. I'm so happy Nico joined, because fuck him. No, I'm kidding.
yeah, dude.
No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, dude, I'm happy that it came through, but I feel bad for everybody else because only my department got the raise. Everybody else is still kind of fucked. So it feels like a huge slap in the face to everybody else. And I heard the whispers. Everyone's like, "Oh, extractions doesn't deserve that raise." Yada yada. You know, I heard that you do it, and I'm like, dude, I can't help but feel bad. You know, but at the same time, it's like, what can I do? I'm just a guy who decided to do the work type.
Do you feel
Of
like you
course.
deserve the raise, Hugh? Do you feel like you put in the work?
Dude, concerning the work I have to do, I definitely feel like I deserve that raise because I was there for like by the way, I do customer service for Airbnb. I was there for about a year, just doing the work and shit, and I promise you, there was never a day I was stressed out. And maybe it's a bad thing, but I was never stressed out there for like a year straight. After I hit my year, I joined that team, having to make outbound calls, and within that first week, I was just stressed the fuck out. Like, I couldn't sleep. I was just fucking terrible, dude. Yeah, it was that bad, dude. Like, having to talk to some of these people was just fucking oof.
Do they have like a therapist or something like in the building for you guys?
Are you fucking kidding me, dude?
Oh my god!
Dude, this place doesn't give us like any actual benefits. You know, we don't have like any kind of 401k, no yearly reviews. We're just an agent. Yeah, right.
Are you
I'm like,
serious
yeah. I want to say this, Brandon. I'm sorry that I asked you to work there. You know, as a friend.
Dude, don't apologize to me. I mean, you should apologize to our friend that you did for in there.
I'm sorry to Nico. I'm sorry, Nico. If you think you're gonna get a yearly raise, no. Yeah, I didn't even get my yearly raise, but yeah, honestly, I'm really happy about the raise. I'm gonna go buy my own Iron Man suit now. So.
Hell yeah!
Is that really your first
replica?
First thing I'm buying, dude.
Whew, that's awesome. And I did, from what I remember, you've been like very vocal about your team needing a raise, right? Because for those who might not know, Nico recently started working in the same place Hugo did, but Nico's
Department, right?
in a different department,
Handling
right?
different
Yeah,
cases or whatever.
and they do different cases, they do different things, right?
Yeah,
But
Nico's
Hugo,
more.
you're in a level higher than him, right?
I mean, technically, I guess they're trying to base it based on the work because Airbnb used to be split up into two departments. You have trust and safety, you have customer service, and when they hire you on, they kind of tell you like, hey, if you join trust and safety, you'll get paid more. So that's why everybody joins. And the fact that in this last year, customer service has gotten 2 raises, which is pretty much like cucks, like fucks just everyone on TNS.
Yeah.
Well, not really doesn't fuck them, because somebody else getting a raise doesn't directly like fuck you over.
Hmm.
But still the fact that they kind of like threw that premium out the window upset a lot of people. And when they tell us that they can't give us a raise, meanwhile customer service has gotten 2 in the past year, that ticks a lot of people off, including myself.
Yeah, I can understand.
So honestly,
Honestly,
why do you even feel bad? This sounds like it's been a long time coming.
Oh, I feel bad because just my work type, what I do, got the raise. Everybody else is fucked. Everybody else is still sitting at 13.
Oh.
Yeah,
oh wait,
Wow.
what was your previous hourly wage?
14.
14. Oh, you got a $2
So even
raise.
back
That's
then you
awesome.
Yeah,
Holy
Wow.
shit.
You're part of the bourgeoisie, aren't you now? Hugo?
Yeah,
yeah, dude, I'm
dude.
telling you, I'm looking online right now. I'm looking on Amazon right now for that fucking Iron Man suit.
Dude, as you should, man. Oh god. Well, we also want to hear I think you've told me, maybe Nico, a couple of these stories, but maybe not Brandon recently, but do you have any interesting stories
Fuck, dude.
about
Uh,
anything that you might have done in your time working there?
Man, I can't really tell stories about the clients because privacy and all that shit. But let me think.
Theoretically, let's say
Let me see.
theoretically it might have happened.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I'll try not to get into too much detail, but I was
Yeah.
in a 30-minute phone call one time with a dude who was just a massive creep to his host. Kept bitching about how he wasn't a rapist and all this good shit. And I'm just like, dude, like I've read the case. I'm not gonna go into specifics here, but I read the case. I've seen the reports. You're a fucking creep. You need to get the fuck out. Yeah.
You laid the law on him, man.
I mean, I didn't say exactly that. I wish I could. I mean, the cool part about that job is that we don't have to be all kiss ass lenient, like, like we have to
every other
fucking
customer service job.
yeah, pretty much, like I think my favorite go-to line is when they're like, this terrible customer service is, oh yeah, well, I'm sorry, but my department isn't customer service.
Ooh.
Damn. You
That's just the truth, like we're not customer service. Like our job there is to fucking ensure the safety and protection of our
dude.
users and shit. So, I mean, if we don't, that work just requires you to be really unbiased. You have to pretty much give out the resolution that's in accordance to like our own like policies and shit.
Mhm.
Yeah, honestly, I like it. Let's me be neutral. I mean, sometimes I do feel bad over some of these spankings I have to hand out, but uh,
Is that what wanted you?
yeah, dude. Honestly, for the most part, I feel like they're deserved.
So you do
You
feel
feel
a
like
bit better
anybody's
than
ever
you...
been wagged for no good reason though? Like, has there
Dude,
ever been a casualty in your
that's such a
eyes?
good...
I
Yeah, that's...
definitely feel like there are other agents on the floor that are really just like they see just like the slightest bit of suspicious activity, boom, you're fucking out of there. Yeah, not me. Not me. No, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt a bit. I'd be like, okay, maybe this is just a coincidence, But if too much shit's like not looking right, I'm be like, okay, yeah, you're out of here.
Yeah, dude. God damn. So I guess now you just feel a bit better about it compared to
Um,
the first time that you got that promotion, right?
oh yeah, definitely. Because I think a big reason why everybody was having issues with it was because they kind of like they did some false advertisement on their side. They're like, oh yeah, you only take 2 to 3 calls per day, if that, And then the week we get on there after we finish training, we look in the inbox. There's like 50 fucking cases need to be handled, and we're like, whoa, what the fuck, Like this is not what you told us.
Holy
That's
shit,
actually
dude.
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, that is awful.
And it's even worse like on Saturdays, because I have the Saturday shift, so nobody's there, so I'm typically by myself. My other only person who was on the team with me, Tristan, he hopped off like right away. As soon as it got bad, he's like, well, not that soon, but he gave it like a month, and he's like, yeah, fuck this. But I was on Saturdays there by myself, and I remember at one point I had to like juggle like 15 different cases at one time.
Holy shit. Were you ready for it?
I mean, dude, honestly, no.
Holy shit, even
It
after
was-
training and everything.
It was the fucking work, because there's some one-off situations that come up that that training doesn't cover, because for example, like one case, the fucking guest had ended up in a coma.
Oh my
That one wasn't in
god.
the rule books.
It's on the rulebook, so I'm just like, do I still call them? Like, what? I'm like, do I still make this call out? I think
Oh my
after talking with
God.
my leaders and shit, we ruled out like, yeah, maybe we shouldn't call them. Yeah.
This one could
Yeah.
slide.
I'm like, what if the call is what springs them out of the coma?
Oh my god. Oh my god, dude. That's nutty, man. Holy fuck. Well, I guess you learned a lot about human nature in that job. I can imagine.
Oh
So-
man.
That is fucking crazy, dude. But well, is it enjoyable now though? Is
Dude,
it something that you think you might do short to long?
I think I might stay there for a while. I'll definitely try to stay there while I'm going to school, probably try to return to school back in August. Try to take 1 or 2 classes.
Wow.
Nice,
What
nice.
Try to take- Well,
No,
Go ahead,
sorry.
Brendan.
I was gonna ask you exactly what you were gonna take. So please go.
Oh, I'm not too sure. I still have to look into that because I honestly, I did not look into college whatsoever throughout any of high school and after high school. I just wasn't interested. Like school bored the
Yeah.
fuck out of me. I didn't want to go back to school.
Yeah,
But I'm
school's
getting to
still
realize, yeah, dude. Honestly, dude, like do drugs.
For
instead.
nerds, dude.
But honestly, I need to go back and do something, anything.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, I feel you. I feel you. I guess now, especially now that you have a lot more time on your hands, and that you've been, of course, we cannot go on without mentioning
Okay. just
that
do
you
it.
have been freed, you.
Damn, now I really wish we were live streaming this because this probably isn't gonna get on the YouTube channel until like December.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, all
Okay,
right.
well,
Look,
what do you want?
I'm-
What do you want to know?
I'm
Alright.
just listen. I think
So without, maybe we should give just a bit of context, Hugo. You kind of just gone out of relationship. You've been in for a long time, no? How many years?
Yeah, 3 years.
3 years, dude. Man.
Oh.
I mean, we've been hanging out with you a little bit. Seems like you're doing much better now for yourself. So happy to hear that you're doing much better. How are you feeling today, though, Hugo? Mentally, physically, emotionally?
Oh, fuck, dude. I'm not even thinking about that, dude. All I'm thinking about is the fucking raise.
You get that bread.
Real shit though, dude. Like I was just so happy to get the raise. Like I got the email last night, and yeah, that's honestly my day is pretty much made, I'm feeling pretty good, I was pretty fucking, miserable like the first 2 days.
Yeah.
Who wouldn't be, after
of
3
course, of
years,
course.
I feel anyone would be sad. I mean, unless you were just doing
Exactly
it.
2 days. Yep.
Yeah, 2 days. Okay, I mean, I still
No,
get
no.
sad, But honestly, I kind of feel like I only really had 2 days to be sad because I have to go to work the next day. So
Oh
It
yeah,
be like that.
dude.
The world goes on, man.
the world goes
the
on. I mean,
world
yeah,
goes
dude. Like
on. It
I
doesn't
was-
stop for you.
I wasn't about to and that was a day I was scheduled to take calls. So I'm like, I just can't call in. I gotta fucking go in. But everyone could tell that I was in a bad mood because I'm usually like the chipper, fucking optimistic, fucking dude there for some reason.
Were you chipper and optimistic when you went in today, Hugo?
Yeah, pretty honestly, dude. I was. But that day I wasn't. And two coworkers, Froy and Marco, kept bothering me. Like they're like, "Hey, Hugo, what's wrong? Everything okay? Everything okay at home?" And eventually, I think like,
Everything
well,
okay at home?
they're like, are your parents fighting again?
That's good, homie.
I eventually crack, and I tell them, and they just like super sympathetic at first. They're like, "Oh, come on, dude, we'll buy you lunch." All this. Marco even like gives me a hug, which is weird.
Oh
This
man.
this one doesn't like being touched and shit, But then like 10 minutes later, the roast just fucking start, and I'm like, "Holy fuck!" And they're like, "Oh, it'll make you stronger, bro. Trust me." And I'm like, maybe it fucking did, dude, because
Dude, fight fire with fire.
shit, yeah.
God,
But that was
dude.
a lot of fun. Pretty much everybody at work knows now because word gets around and shit. So
Of course, yeah. Your department specifically, do you guys like communicate with each other a lot, or?
yeah, dude. Especially because most of the time we're not on the wall unless it's a day you're scheduled for calls, And even between calls, there's like a 30-minute to an hour downtime.
Mhm.
Most of the time we're just doing emails. So throughout that time, of course, we're just chatting it up, sharing memes, fucking just wilding it up, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I really like my coworkers. They're some of the best people I've ever met.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Well, of course, you also met a very, very dear friend,
Ah, dude.
someone that you speak about a lot, named Yeezus.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Honestly, the day he got let go was the saddest fucking day of my life. I think it was sadder than the breakup.
Sadder than the
I'm just kidding.
Jesus,
No,
why
that was
with this box of stuff?
Oh, I'm just kidding, but I was really upset, but at the same time, it's like I mean, it happened. I'm just happy he was able to get back on his feet and find a new job that actually pays better, and
Yeah, dude, of course.
and
Where is
comes
he
with like
working right now?
he's working at this insurance company. It's a call center too, but you making it's like homeowners insurance or something. He has some really good fucking benefits, dude.
Oh,
My
really?
understanding, he gets 401k. He gets 5 sick days right off the bat. 5 paid sick days right off the bat. I mean,
Oh my god.
Yeah, dude.
Signing up. My God.
you get like a fuck ton of vacation. Like, I think you get like 1 week your first year, then it goes up like it adds like a week for every year you go there. They have like an on-site fitness center. It's really fucking cool. I'm thinking of going there, but
But you just
What's the
got
starting
your
pay?
raise.
but I just got my raise, so I'm like, fuck, I'll just stay around.
And how
But,
much is he getting paid?
Same as me, 16.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man. He's honestly, dude. I don't think there's only like a handful of people in my life that I've ever maybe like 4 people in my life that I've ever clicked with immediately. He's one of them.
Can you name
Oh,
them
that's
off
awesome.
the bat, like each every person?
Sergio, when we first met in elementary school.
My boy, you already
Our
know.
very own Sergio Mezua.
Of course.
Neba, when I met him in like 5th grade, I thought he was cool as fuck.
Shout out
my-
to Neva, of course. Nice.
Shout out to Neba. Yeah, my friend Aiden, from Quest. Him and I got along really well, and now Jesus,
Oh my god, it's like one friend per like generation?
for like era, yeah,
Era,
like, elementary
Hugo?
to middle. Well, actually, I met Aiden like in 5th grade, so
Oh, okay.
yeah. So I mean, kind of. Maybe had I met Jesus earlier. I mean, he did go to Hinckley, so
Yeah.
yeah. But
That's
honestly,
interesting.
him and I get along really well, dude. It's really funny. We just stay fucking talking shit on the floor. Though sometimes he just, oh fuck, dude. Remember one time we had like important clients on the floor. We have people from Airbnb internal visiting, and we were talking about Marco, right? Like Marco was sitting like 3 seats away from him. I was sitting right next to Jesus. We were talking about how Marco loves to finesse people, right? Because that's Marco's shit, bro. He'll like scam the fuck out of you, like even if you're his grandma or something. But yeah, we're talking about that, and I'm like, dude, what if Marco's like fucking fetish is like finessing, bro? So Jesus starts cracking up, and then he fucking yells over to Marco. He says this loud as fuck. While the clients are like maybe like 20 feet away, he's like, "Yo, Marco, he goes, sir, when you finessing people out here, your wee wee gets hard."
Oh man!
Dude, and I'm just like, I like had to like, and he like stood up when he said that shit too, so I had to like fucking sit him down and remind him. I'm like, dude, there's like fucking people over there, like pointing at you, and your fucking job is gone.
Oh my god!
Dude, I'm. It's amazing they didn't fucking hear him, but
Dude,
Oh my God.
yeah,
That's
is
not
that a
even the thing he got
testament to his
fired for,
character?
right?
Dude, that's not even the thing, you know, man. It's his business, you know. I'm not gonna.
Right,
I'm
right.
not
I'm
gonna
not
go.
saying we expose him or nothing, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, man. You know, you can have him on a podcast and he'll explain it to you.
Hell yeah, dude. Gotta get used on sometime, man. But I guess that event is a testament to his character, right?
Yeah, dude. I
Goes to
mean,
show, yeah.
he's fucking hilarious, dude. Honestly, I love him.
Yeah,
He's a really good friend. I
nice.
still see him. I still hang out with him.
That's awesome.
It's typically me, him, and Josh that hang out a lot.
I wonder what you three do together.
Yeah, I wonder what we do, man. Besides each other.
Oh.
Each other. Ooh.
Some lonely nights. Some late
So lonely. Oh man.
So what can I expect this episode up on YouTube? I'm guessing like mid-December or.
All right. Where you're gonna expect the Hugo? I'm gonna be honest with you and to the audience. This episode went live the same day it was recorded.
Oh.
Tonight.
Ooh. Nice.
Yes. That, and of course we had a couple of other episodes on the back burner. We are finally getting them up on the YouTuber for everyone's, of course, mutual pleasure and enjoyment whenever they would like to listen in.
Yeah, man.
So yeah.
Ooh.
Oh well. Yeah, there you go, dude. There you go. It's awesome to hear that you've been having some fun at your job, Hugo. Glad to hear that you're doing well after, maybe a very large bump in the road, but you got through it, you persevered, and now you're here as the famous My Slam Will Jam On.
My slam will ham on, as some people like to say.
My Slam Will Ham On.
Ham on.
Yes. Wait! Wait, you're so right! That's how you spell him in Spanish!
Ham on, yeah, my slam will ham on. I don't know, dude.
My Slam Will Ham On!
I capitalized the name so that people can distinguish each word, and it doesn't fucking matter.
Dude, you're right, man. No, it's still there. Hamon, dude. Holy fuck. That actually reminds me. Hamon, ham, brings me to my next topic.
Wow, you're really good at segues.
Of course. Met Gala was on! Let's talk about the Met Gala!
The Met
All right.
Gala.
You guys are gonna have to walk me through this because I'm not too sure.
Yeah, if
All
I'm
right,
being
so
honest, I kind of don't
we're
know
not
what
gonna
the
go-
Met Gala
we're not gonna
really
go in
is.
depth. We're not gonna go in depth with it. But generally, what the Met Gala is, it was like, I'm pretty sure it was like a bunch of celebrities. They pay tickets to go to a fucking museum and they dress nicely based on some theme. And this certain theme, I don't even know what it was. It was called camp. It's not like camping, like going outside and camping. It's not that. It's called camp. I don't know what kind of theme that is.
Well,
but
camp
apparently
is like it's appealing because it's kind of bad. Is the idea like a good
something like
camping
that.
movie, you know?
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
It's like
So
I
that
don't
was
know,
kind of
so-
the theme.
Uh-huh.
So some people vocally on social media and stuff like that were complaining about how some guests like James Charles, which is a very, very famous a YouTuber, a very, very famous beauty YouTuber, they were complaining about how he might not have matched the theme of the event.
Uh-huh.
And how with his of course his outfit and everything. But others argue that that didn't really matter. What mattered in the end was that it was great to have some sort of YouTuber representation in an event like the Met Gala, right?
Yeah.
So, with that said, what are your guys' thoughts on the YouTube space becoming more mainstream?
I think it's a really good thing for creators. Well, actually, I'm not too sure about if it's a good thing for creators because the problem with it becoming mainstream is that you have like these very popular celebrities already, like Jimmy Fallon, Ellen. You know, they've been doing this for years. They have their own YouTube channels. They're kind of taking up the platform a bit more, not to exclude them. But I think personally that the making YouTube more mainstream is really hurting like smaller creators. That's just my 2 cents on the take.
Really? So do you think we should keep like the influence of YouTubers? Do you think we should only keep it on this platform?
I think that's a good question. Okay, which kind of refutes what I said last. You know, I think it's good that they're getting out there. You know, that YouTube is being taken a bit more seriously. But as you know, I'm not a creator, so I don't really have like an actual opinion on that. But Brandon here is, you know, I was just watching his YouTube money video, honestly.
Of course, his YouTube money video.
But I just want to say, to derail a bit, I was also watching that first vlog you did about me, and if you think you can make a hit piece about me and not expect one back, Um,
Well, we're gonna go to that later. Don't worry.
You're-
I wrote that down. That is a topic later.
look forward to
You're gonna
that.
respond to
Look
my
forward
for
to
you
it.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
But yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just really crazy that it's barely coming on to people that like YouTubers are actual influencers, right? Like I think the same thing happened with James Charles, where I think it was James Charles, or was it who was it? It was someone who went to like Europe or something, or the UK, and opened a store in a mall, and
Mhm.
like it over flooded that mall with so many people that nobody expected it. And like some news outlets were even like, oh, this nobody from YouTube brings in like 1 million people outside this mall.
That's
Like,
fucked up.
yeah, it's crazy. I think it was James Charles. I'm not sure.
I
You know
remember
about
that story.
Brandon?
I'm pretty sure it
Yeah,
was Jim Charles.
yeah. It was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
James Charles was like opening his store, um, of beauty products or something like that. He was opening that, um, in that in that mall, and that's what happened. And it just baffled me how like obviously there's a following for YouTubers, but like why do people in the mainstream not acknowledge it so much? You
I
know?
think because it's on the
Because
internet.
mainstream is lame stream.
Yeah, that's right there. Honestly, he nailed it.
Right.
No, I think it's just really disrespectful to like hit somebody with that, because the level of production that does go into some of these YouTube videos, it's some. I wouldn't say maybe it's on par with something on TV. I don't know,
I
but
mean,
like
this
they're
is
not fucking like lazy. They're not being fucking lazy fucks about it.
Yeah.
I could say for sure there have been some YouTube videos I've seen that are better than shit I've seen on TV.
Yeah, dude.
Honestly, there is some TV level production on there, like when people re-upload Family Guy clips. That's
Literally TV quality, dude.
yeah, dude.
Oh my god. But like on with that, it also is like animators and stuff like that, right? Like
It doesn't.
I wish animators on YouTube got more traction and stuff. That would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But there's only like a handful of them that are doing well, only because like they really work hard, and like they have like sometimes they have like a team and stuff like that. Like so like quote unquote solo animator channels, right? Like Jaden Animations and the Odd
Yeah.
Ones Out and stuff like that. Like I heard that they have like a small team helping them with animations, right? And like doing stories and blah blah whatever. Like it's not just them. So it's pretty crazy how this stuff can probably compare to TV, but just nobody sees it. I don't know.
Yeah,
Do you
definitely,
think
I
we're
have-
making some TV worthy right here, Serge.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
think we are. You know what, Brandon? I think we're making something radio worthy.
Radio. Ooh.
You know
Uh,
something that people will play in the future in their cars. Who knows?
remember me, you guys. Remember me when you guys go big, please.
What?
Hell yeah, dude! You're gonna be on the first episode that we get on the radio. Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'll hold you to that.
Hell yeah, dude.
No,
Oh.
but honestly,
But-
dude, like respect to these YouTubers. They definitely put in the work. You can tell on the production quality and shit. Only YouTubers that can go fuck themselves are reaction channels.
Oh, I thought you were really gonna call some out by name, just right. Like, you have a list of YouTubers.
Dude, I think, dude, what's this dude's name, dude? There's one guy. Damn, I don't know what the
Jinx.
fuck. I don't know what the fuck his name. Jinx. I don't. Is Jinx still relevant, dude? I think
I
after.
don't even know, but
I think Idubbbz just fucked him, dude.
he probably
if
did.
We're, if we're going
yeah.
after YouTube channels, I'll say, fuck you, James Charles.
Fuck
Oh
you,
my
James
god!
Charles.
Fuck you, James
I-
Charles!
I don't
Honestly.
have an opinion on James Charles. I've never watched
Brandon,
him.
you
Hey,
know,
look,
if
as
you
a person
go
who's
against
made a makeup video on YouTube, it's really not that hard.
Okay, that's fair.
well, remember, Brandon, if you hate on a gay YouTuber, that makes you a homophobe, Brandon.
Yeah, that's true, honestly.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Can we edit that out?
Yeah.
What were you gonna say, Hugo?
I was saying, damn, I forgot the fucking name. That's whatever. Forget it. It'll come back to me later.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely channels on the platform that are like so low effort, right?
Mhm.
That like just try to cash grab, like channels that rip clips off of Twitch and re-upload them, right?
Yeah.
That just stitch them together and re-upload them, right? Like reaction channels, food eating channels, like, dude, it's
Yeah, dude, I feel you on that reaction clip one because it's like that's literally what they're doing. They're just taking clips, putting them together. One of the easiest fucking things to do in terms of video editing.
Mm.
I know. I have a Metroid Zero Mission Let's Play from like 2009. I know the struggle of editing a video, but yeah, I fucking hate those channels.
Yeah, dude.
Shit, dude. I think channels that I really enjoy on YouTube though are like video essay channels.
Video essay channels are really interesting. Yeah, it's like someone's personal opinion, and they actually do work on a little bit. They research and everything. They gain footage, stitch it all together, and make a small little project.
Mm-hmm.
Any channels in
Definitely.
particular you're a fan of, Hugo?
Let me see if I can. He has a weird name. Let me look him up right here. Okay, it's called Alexandix. It's spelled weird. It's ALECZANDXR. Alexandrix. I don't know. He does a lot of video essays on animes, and particularly essays on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. You know,
Oh.
and I really enjoy those. He did one about the character of Scar. You know how. About the endless cycle that is like.
A spoiler alert if you have not seen Full Metal
Oh,
Alchemist
oh,
Brotherhood,
dude, yeah,
because it's one of the greatest anime out there.
Yeah, honestly, anime that's like 10 years old, by the way.
I'm just saying it's so good. I would hate to spoil it for somebody who hasn't gone there.
Dude, honestly, I can agree with that. Anime is like, it's so interesting. Sometimes it can be like fucking 20 years old and it can still be spoiled because it's just, it always holds up its quality.
Yeah, man. I think I'm not too big of a fan of anime in general. There's a lot of tropes that I personally don't like, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is like an amazing show. I just finished rewatching it for like the 20th time.
So it's top one of the, on the top of your list, huh?
Yeah, towards the top, definitely.
Brandon, my lovely co-host, I know you are just a tad bit bigger on the anime scene.
Yeah, I watch a few shows every now and then, you know.
A few shows every now and then. What would you recommend to our audience?
Full Metal Alchemist, like Hugo just mentioned, it's really an amazing show, and it's
Both series are
surprisingly-
really good.
Yeah, it's short too. I don't think it has any fillers, Brotherhood at least. So it's you're literally just getting story to story from like wall to wall. It's pretty amazing.
Technically, I think the first episode is filler. Like technically, you know, like because that episode never happened in the manga. I believe. I think it's just a way to introduce all the main players.
Still, yeah, true,
Yeah.
but yeah. Oh my God, you're really gonna put me on the spot.
Name an anime that maybe some people who don't really watch anime might enjoy. Like some people who might have only seen like Dragon Ball Z and Naruto or something, you know?
I would say like normie anime.
Yeah, normie anime.
You know, if you are the guy who, okay, look, since I'm gonna get off on a tangent here, I am so sick of celebrities who pose as anime fans, and then when somebody asks them about their favorite show, they name Bleach or Naruto or like some shit like that. Like you are
okay. R/gatekeeping, bro.
Look, I'm calling out Michael Jordan specifically. Michael
Jordan. Man, don't call my boy out, dude.
Dude, you're calling out
Logic
Mike
too. Logic, I'm saying you are not a real weeb.
Bobby himself? He watches anime?
You're calling out
not
the star of Space Jam?
Oh my god.
This man's got some balls.
Oh man, dude.
But watch
I didn't
Cory in the
realize.
House and Fully Cooley if you really want it.
Cory in the House.
Dude, I like that. Cory in the House, definitely. I don't know. Cory in the House is a very, very interesting narrative on human nature. It's really, really good anime.
Mm-hmm.
I would recommend it as well. You're
Honestly,
right.
dude. Seinfeld. Seinfeld's a pretty good anime.
Seinfeld is really good. It can get really raunchy at sometimes, but I agree. That's
They
also
really-
on the top of the list.
We were
There's a
talking
pretty,
about oldies but goodies, so King of
Yeah.
the Hill. I'll have
King
to
of the
turn
Hill,
out
yeah.
King of the Hill.
Dude.
Yeah, dude. What are your thoughts on Wizards of Waverly Place?
Oof. Dude, honestly, dude.
That one is a lesser known. you
I
know,
wish Selena Gomez was real, you know? I wish she just wasn't a 2D girl.
but- Dude, on God, man. she can hocus pocus my
Jesus.
censored.
Censored, yeah. Come on, we
Yeah,
don't.
dude, censored.
Come on, we don't talk about that here. Come on.
Yeah,
There's a
dude, you're
Christian
right.
podcast.
This is a Christian podcast. I apologize, guys. Well, I'm glad to hear your guys' opinion on animes and stuff like that. And I guess to end off that topic real quick, do you guys really think that YouTube will go to the mainstream someday?
Mm,
Okay, so I'd say maybe. But I don't think it's gonna be the YouTube that any of us are really familiar with right now. I think when
yeah.
YouTube hits mainstream, it's just gonna be the James Charles and the Liza Koshis and the Superwoman. Just content creators not like that. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I
I,
mean,
I
true.
think.
Nico brings up a point. I mean, YouTube kind of really is hitting that
Well,
mainstream already.
well,
I
like when you
guess
say
it is.
like when you say
But
mainstream, you mean like on TV and shit, right? Like,
yeah, like on TV,
Well,
like talked about on news, right? Like influencers are taken seriously, like maybe I wouldn't say like Hollywood, but
like on
you
the
know
level
what?
of Hollywood, essentially.
I
Like
guess kind of like on that level, right? That system of creators, producers, stuff like that, whatever, who are taken as seriously as other celebrities.
yeah, for sure. I'm not sure it'll ever hit that level. Like if it does, Brandon said it's gonna be a really different YouTube. It's gonna be a YouTube that's just all corporate focused. Money and not shit.
because that's the only way you really can honestly get
Yeah,
mainstream like that.
yeah.
Well, there are a lot of problems that YouTube has been having with being corporate, right? Like the awful fucking system of copyright. Have you guys heard
Mm.
about that?
Yeah, dude.
How it's
Anyone
so bad
who
right now.
anyone who abuses that is a piece of fucking garbage.
Yeah, dude, it's
At
awful.
Alinity.
At, at Atlanta. Can we copy strike?
No, wait. Oh shit. They're gonna copyright. They're gonna fucking copyright this podcast for saying her name.
Oh shit, dude,
Oh
you're
my
right.
god, I think you're
Oh fuck. God,
right.
you gotta censor that, Brandon. Make sure
You
to put
gotta
a big
censor
old
that, dude.
bleep over it.
Yeah, dude. Editor, bleep that, please.
Yeah, bleep that. Yeah, come on.
Let's not use any copyrighted music either. Dude, the system is so good. It's so good at tracking music. Apparently some YouTubers have literally like only hummed or like said some lyrics of the song, and the system was so good that it tracked the song and it still copyright striked it.
I heard of a scenario where somebody walked by a store that was playing the song and it got copyright strike.
Yeah, like it's insane. Like the technology is just it's too good. It has to get dialed back, but
Mhm.
hopefully YouTube gets a bit better in the future, and I guess we'll have to see, right? But with that said, I wanted to talk about something very serious now. Very, very serious topic.
Oh, Avengers Endgame.
Near and dear to my heart. Oh, we're gonna talk about Endgame in a bit.
I'm. Are we
But
really? Oh man.
yes,
Oh,
we are.
Hey man, the
The
Russos lifted the fucking spoiler ban, whatever.
Yeah, dude. They
Oh.
they lifted the ban, but here and now I think it's time to finally publicly talk about the incident from elementary school, Hugo.
Oh my god. Okay.
my
Yeah.
God.
Okay. I'll go off on
I
one
want
thing.
you-
Hold on.
I want-
Context,
Hey,
please,
hey,
people.
hey.
I
Okay,
want you to
so-
explain everything that happened, Hugo.
Okay, but I'm not gonna use any names.
Okay,
I-
sure. Don't use any name.
No,
Okay.
hold on. You
Um,
should definitely
here,
use Hugo.
Let me type in the
his
Discord.
name so we
Let me
know.
type it in
how-
Discord some names. How many males and females are involved?
I honestly
Three
do, at this
males,
point.
3 males, 1 female, right?
Honestly,
At this
just go
point-
off the Full Metal Alchemist characters. Hugo. Just
At this
change
point,
all the
I
names.
forgot. Yeah, honestly, at this point, I forgot like exactly who was involved. I know it was a bunch of girls. Honestly, I just want to go on a limb. Anyone listening to this? I was a massive shithead as a kid. Uh, I was okay. I was just trying to be funny, and this is damn dude. You pulling up my tweets from a decade ago.
but I was kind of a victim about it, and
Dude.
Yeah,
it was
you were.
pretty embarrassing. So
Yeah, you were.
I guess people would like to hear,
But seeing your relationship with everybody in that friend group now it seems like it didn't impact you all the way up until now.
it really,
So-
yeah, it really did. I don't know.
But I am gonna go out and admit that in I think like third grade. I think it was third grade, right?
Mhm.
Third grade. I made a little joke that all the girls in class wanted to rape the hot guy in school. I'm like, oh yeah,
Mhm.
I'm like, oh yeah, y'all want to rape him. I'm like, whatever. Like
Mm.
stupid little joke. I was like fucking 8. Whatever. How I even knew that word is beyond me. Thank you, Dad. Um, I'm yeah.
Uh-huh.
I made that little joke, and then I guess I don't know how the fuck it got lost in translation,
Lost it.
but
Oh, I got so lost in
I don't
translation.
know how the fuck it ended up this way. But they were asking me like, "Oh shit, where'd you hear that from, Hugo?" Yada yada. I'm like, I didn't hear it from anywhere. I made the joke, but they were in my face, and I was so scared. So I'm like, "Oh, I heard it from Sergio."
Oh.
Yeah,
So now let me pick up the torch because this is where Hugo left it off.
yeah.
So when Hugo meant lost in translation, this ended up happening that the rumors started ending up that after what Hugo said, it ended up being that one girl had sex with one guy in the
Wait,
school.
wait, what? That's how far the
That's
rumor went.
that's how far the rumor went.
I had
That's why,
zero. I had
dude.
zero
That's
idea about that. Honestly,
dude. Yes, I totally remember because I was fucking crying that day, dude. It was
Oh
it was awful, man. It was
oh,
awful. But
fucking
anyways,
hell.
it got crazy. So anyways, that's how like skewed the rumor got. And I think some other fucking dumbass like said that, I guess. So it's possible that it might not even been you, Hugo. You might have just like inspired someone to say it differently. I don't know. But like one day they pull me into the office, right? And like my teacher like randomly she pulls me out of the classroom and she just like takes me all the way to the office and takes me to the principal. I remember the principal's name. His name is Mr. Chan,
Mr.
right?
Chan, yeah,
Mr.
yeah.
Chan, and the vice principal was Miss Diva or something, right?
She was pretty hot.
Yeah.
She had a very womanly vibe about her. I can remember. Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Like,
But yeah, so that happened, and I was like, "All right, what the hell's going on?" Like she like aggressively pulled me out of class, right? Like she ran me over to the principal's office, something like that, right? And then like I get sat down with Mr. Chan. Is like, I'm gonna be very very busy right now. I'm gonna have Miss Diva talk to you right now, but I'm very very disappointed. Blah blah blah. He was saying to me, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. And he was like, okay, like as if I was lying. It was crazy. And then Mr. Chan leaves, and then Miss Diva comes in, and then she's like, "So I heard from other students that you were saying this and this about one student doing this to another student, like that." She was saying like that in that tone. And then I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about, Miss Diva. Like, I don't know anything. And then she keeps like pushing it on me. Like, I have multiple students saying this and this and this that they heard from someone else that I'm not gonna tell you his name, but
Oh.
he's like a friend of yours. Like, she even brought up like a friend of yours.
oh my
Like, that
god.
told them.
God, Hugo.
So like, are you saying a friend would lie about you? And then I'm like, I honestly don't know what the hell you're talking about, lady. And then she's like, blah 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 blah, like you're gonna get so much trouble. Like, how can you be saying that? And then I start crying, like, and then she's like, all right, so if you're and like I'm crying and I'm telling her like I would not lie about this. And then she's like, all right, so if you're not lying, then why would you be crying? And I'm like, because I don't want to get in trouble for something I didn't do. And like
Dude,
I remember saying that, like, dude. And
dude,
then it was like, yeah, it was crazy.
Sergio, man, I am so sorry. I apologize to everyone else
Dude,
listening. Dude,
don't even
honestly,
worry about
I'm
it.
already off social media, so it's a good thing because everyone's gonna at me after this. No, but honestly, yeah, I'm really sorry, Sergio.
Don't worry about it,
I was a
dude.
stupid fucking kid,
We were all
and
pretty stupid. It's
yeah,
elementary, I guess. So
but honestly, I didn't think it ever got that far to where people were saying,
it did, though. It did. And see, like, my theory is that it wasn't actually. I don't think it was actually you, though. Like,
and
honestly, I think you just inspired some dumbass to say it like that.
I'm not
No?
sure because I don't know. I feel like I feel like it might have been my fault now. The way she said that, like, oh, one of your friends said so. I'm guessing she must have meant me.
Maybe, I don't know.
She
I guess
honestly
we'll never know.
must.
I don't know.
I-
But
Yeah, but that was. And then what happened? Did he get suspended? I hope. No, you didn't get suspended, huh?
I
Because
didn't get suspended. No.
I remember. Yeah, and then you even confronted me after class. You were like, you
I
told
did.
me.
I don't remember
Dude,
that.
I remember this because I lied. I lied again. You told me, you were like, dude, it was you who said that, wasn't it? You told me as we were walking outside class. I just remember your eyes were all puffy, and then I'm like,
Uh-huh.
nah, man, it wasn't me.
Oh my god.
Dude, Hugo, you know what? You your guns. I could appreciate that.
No,
dude.
yeah,
Wow.
I should have told the truth right there, man. But I'm
Yeah,
incredibly
dude.
sorry.
Ah,
I
it's
shouldn't.
fine. It's fine.
You know what? I shouldn't have made that stupid fucking joke to begin with. You know?
Honestly, I think that's why I brought it up because I kind of just laugh at it now because it's just
Yeah,
like
I feel
we were all like fucking dumb kids. Like,
remember my little fucking stories about like a fucking character called Kulo.
cool. Wait, I don't remember that. Wait.
It was like the word cool with an O. His whole personality was that he was cool. And then
Brandon, do you know what that word is?
character.
Kulo.
we made our own little cinematic universe about it. You made your own character called Krazo.
Oh wait, it's kind of starting to come back to me now. Holy shit!
Yeah, dude. But honestly, I feel fucking terrible about all that, dude. I was just hoping that I'm just happy that you can look back on it and laugh, and
Yeah, dude. Of course.
I will spend every day trying to make it up to you.
No, man. I think you've already made it up. No worries. I think it's just I don't know, just a weird, funny, interesting story that happened in elementary.
Damn, dude. I'm gonna get. I'll hop back on Twitter just to see how many people at me.
Dude,
Yeah, dude. Everyone's gonna be a
terrible.
mob
I
is
don't
gonna
know
come
how
after
you
you.
can do that,
Dude,
too.
I was like fucking like I can't remember. I was like what's like the average age of like a third grader?
I don't know. It's like average age of a third grader is like 8. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like fucking 8. You know, like
Yeah, we were like
like
8.
what kid isn't a fucking idiot when they're 8? You know.
Yeah, dude. On
Not
God.
not to justify what I did, because what I did was fucked up, you know. But still, I was a real shithead idiot.
No,
I'm
yeah,
saying.
like I could have gone about it better too. Like I could not have been like a fucking pussy and cried about it. I would have
Man,
been like,
those
ma'am,
you were,
I'm
it
sorry,
sounds
but
like
I
you were throwing
really,
a lot of heat
I
on
would
you
have been
there,
like
sir.
straight up. I should have been like straight up, ma'am. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Get the hell out of my face. I'm out of here. I'm going to class,
Just
and
so
I'm
the
eating my
people know,
chips at
Sergio
lunch.
has never been this confident or confrontational in his entire
dude, I
life.
fucking dude. Honestly, like I don't blame you for crying, dude. If I was put in that situation, I probably would have fucking cried too.
Dude, man, like
Honestly,
that age,
like,
dude.
Like having some, because Miss
Fuck.
Diva had a really stern fucking face.
She
you know,
did.
She had those eyes that just fucking pierced into
She
your soul.
was fucking scary.
She could have fucking been interrogating me about a fucking murder that took place in Florida, and I would have started crying. You know,
Like, on God, that woman.
that woman.
I wonder
just,
what she's doing now.
probably
must
still
be.
fucking making 8-year-olds
Dude,
cry.
hell yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Somewhere out there, she's
Look,
making
man.
sure that those kids are whipped in shape.
Look, man. From what I can see, though, everyone seems to still love you. You know, you're the one who still kept in contact. with everybody.
Yeah, I guess
went to
everyone.
South. I'm the
yeah.
one that kind of fell out with everybody. You know, I went to Quest. I never talked to anybody.
But then,
I was like basically a loner during high school. You know.
Really?
but you started building friendships in high school, Hugo, and everyone started to get to know you again.
Mostly with the squad, you know, I never really got close with anybody else besides that. I didn't.
But
want to.
everyone knew you, Hugo. Everyone knew you were the man.
Did they? I never felt that way. Honestly. I always felt like I was just like a passing, you know, like kind of like a ghost, you know.
Can we
things
get
I
a
didn't notice.
Can we get an outside opinion, Febreze? If you're in the Discord, can you give one word to describe Hugo in high school?
He's gonna say gay. I know he's gonna say gay.
I know my boy would not do you like that.
Nico,
I don't think-
unbiased.
I don't think
opinion.
he's here, dude.
He might be playing something, honestly.
He's probably
yeah,
playing
he's
something,
playing
dude. Honestly,
something,
I
yeah.
told you this is gonna be your least popular episode. The only person we got in here is Febreze.
Wait until people start seeing on YouTube. They're gonna be like, "Man, I miss talk to Hugo
Oh
now.
man,
Yeah,
they
up
didn't
Where
record
is
the best
Hugo?
one yet. Holy, how could they do it?
Up until we get to that segment about what I did in third grade. Dude, honestly, if you want to force me into like social like ostracize me, that's fine, dude. I already did that myself. So it's cool.
Listen, man, it's just funny story.
Oh shit.
It's funny story, but well, I'm glad we pushed that out to the public. People know now. But, I'm obviously not the only host to have nice experiences with you, Hugo. I have my lovely co host here.
Oh my god.
Honestly, yeah. If
Let's
we're
talk
gonna
a
be
little
airing
bit
out some
about.
grievances.
Yeah, me and
Let's talk a little bit
Brandon.
about. Yeah, let's talk a little bit about your time. I want to know specifically about the time you guys were duo partners, the
Oh,
golden age of
fucking
Hugo and Brandon.
dude.
Can
Holy,
you guys start
I
from the
was.
beginning? How did it end up that you guys became partners?
I don't even know how it happened, dude. I think I was just like, oh, I need a duo partner. Brandon, you want to be duo partners? Yeah, sure, man. Let's go.
Honestly, I
Then
think so.
that's it. There's never been much passion involved with me and Brandon. Just
Yeah.
just a lot of
It's always
so-
been pretty casual.
it's always been pretty casual.
If we can get into specifics, me and Hugo did this basically combined dramatic performance together in our speech and debate class.
And what piece were you guys practicing?
Originally, we were trying to do an interpretation of Fight Club, but we couldn't get that to work. And I was kind of slacking off, which caused Brandon to kickstart off his YouTube career.
Which we'll get back
That's
to that. We'll get back to that.
Yeah, and then
we'll get to that. We will get to that soon, but
and
go
then
on.
we kind of realized that wasn't gonna work for us. We couldn't take a fucking 2-hour movie, condense it into 10 minutes, and really hit all the plot points. So we just scrapped that idea, And I think after that, I think we migrated right to everything moves off, everything falls off, right?
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Is that the
I'm
one
surprised you
where-
remembered the name. I've been trying to think of it. Oh my god, everything.
Is that the
falls
one
out.
where Brandon's the old guy and you're the?
Hugo was the old person?
I was the old guy, but honestly, Brandon plays a way better old guy.
Yeah,
and,
I remember
and young
Brandon
guy.
being
so.
the old guy.
Stop. Well, because right before okay, look. Well, yeah. If I'm gonna skip ahead, basically we did that piece. It was working for us, and then the reason you might remember me as the old guy is because we did have plans to switch up the roles and to have me play the old guy, but that was.
Yeah,
we
that
never
was
got to perform it. Unfortunately,
man, Brandon, I'm sorry, man. I let you down, but I'm gonna just say this right now. When you performed solo, you got second place. So I was just holding you back, man.
oh my god, that's so. People, you
Alright, so
abandoned.
what
Okay.
happened? What happened to you guys? What
Do you,
man, okay.
What was the message you sent to end it all? What did you say to me?
I forgot, honest. Do you remember what I told you?
I honestly don't. I really.
I think I just sent you a message the day before, and I'm like, hey, I'm not going to the meet tomorrow.
Yeah, that's what.
No, actually, I told you a week beforehand. I'm like, which isn't any better, But yeah, honestly, the whole reason was there was just somebody there I didn't want to look at. So.
Right? Hugo
Dude,
abandoned
I
his
feel ya.
boy just because he couldn't put on his big boy pants and look
Dude,
like somebody.
that's it. Okay, I'm sorry, Brennan. I honestly wish I had the emotional maturity to go to that meet, perform my heart out, and not have to fucking worry about this other person. But
Hugo, I wish you didn't rift our relationship that day.
dude, honestly, Brandon,
what I'm not even upset about is the fact that you abandoned me. It's that for so long after you abandoned me, you just insisted that it was my fault we broke up.
hey man, you were kind of neglectful. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, but dude, we're skipping way ahead now. Let's see what happened after we picked Everything Falls Off. Oh, funny story, actually. The reason I remember it is because I was looking through all my videos. I was cleaning up my Google Photos, and that video was there. And dude, I just gotta say, I don't know how the fuck we won third place because I put on such a terrible performance. Holy fuck.
You guys won third place? Holy
Yeah, I think we won third
shit.
place.
Good job, fellas.
Watching it back, I'm like, damn, dude, I'm really just holding Brandon back.
Stop.
Brandon,
No.
do you think you could have ever pursued a career in entertainment?
I feel like you can, dude.
I've considered
I
a
feel
few
like-
times.
I mean, like if you consider like male stripper and entertainment, then hell yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, Brandon, the whole 9 yards, man. Anything?
No.
What is the closest you've gotten to that, Brandon?
To male stripping.
Male stripping? Shit, dude.
Entertaining in general, I guess.
Entertaining in general.
Starring in
I did-
holes.
Yeah, I did theater in high school. That would probably be the closest thing
Really?
to entertaining some sort of mass. Yeah.
Brandon was good, dude. Brandon was good.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
okay.
Brandon was good from what I saw. It was
Brandon was good, dude.
It's all in the past.
It is
Come on,
all
you're-
in the past.
You're washed up now, dude.
I honestly,
But I
Nah.
do one last thing though. I did hear there was a product of this conflict,
Oh.
and it ended up on YouTube.
yeah. So to take it back to the story, before we got to our adaptation of Everything Falls Off, like Hugo said, we were trying to adapt Fight Club, and the way I remember is that personally at that time I don't think I even saw Fight Club the movie. But I understood the premise somewhat, and I thought it was pretty cool. So
Yeah,
I remember working on the script, and it was a terrible script, of course, because it's trying to condense a 2-hour movie into 10 minutes. But what it was what really got my goat is the day I sat down and tried to write it was the day I messaged Hugo, and I was like, "Can you get on Curse or whatever we were using back then, so we can collectively write the script together?" And Hugo's like, "Yeah, sure, hell yeah, man, we're in it." And he proceeded to ignore my messages and all my calls that entire day. So it made me get so heated that I grabbed my mom's laptop and recorded my first ever vlog.
Oh man, I'm fucking dying here.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I watched that, and honestly, I felt pretty attacked.
I mean,
I
the
was like-
up is an attack, so I don't blame you.
It is an attack, you know. I'm like, fuck, dude. The title of the video is "Hugo was a lazy ass," you know.
Yeah,
A fucking takedown piece. Dude. Oh my
It really
God.
That was a take. Honestly, dude, that's the reason why my Let's Play never made it mainstream, dude. Everybody thought I was an ass.
Actual defamation, Brandon. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
dude. But
Yeah, dude.
getting back to the story, we managed to adapt Everything Falls Off into this nice little condensed 10-minute piece, and we did pretty good with it, from my understanding. For first year duo partners, we did
Yeah.
great,
I mean,
did-
who
we-
knows what we really could have done together, honestly.
dude. Honestly, and I really regret not sticking by you. You know, like I sometimes I just stay awake at night, you know, thinking about what could have been.
Don't worry, we can create another.
Oh my
podcast together
God.
or something. It'll be all...
Oh yeah, let's
Yeah,
let's do,
dude.
let's do that, man. Just a dual podcast.
Just a duo podcast. Brandon and my slam will hum up.
Well,
I'd like to see that.
Oh yeah, but yeah, honestly, I was pretty happy with the piece. I was having a lot of fun with Beach and Debate, dude. Honestly, it was definitely one of the highlights of high school for me.
Do you still have that video of when you hit third place with Brandon?
I believe I have the video. Yeah. I can send it to you if you want. I can send it to
that
our.
would be nice.
I can send it to the group chat. See if you want to watch it there.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
That would
Nathan's-
be great. That would be great.
I feel like Nathan's gonna roast the fuck out of us, but you know.
Hell yeah.
Really might fight.
Yeah, I'm
Really like
surprised people like I don't know. I feel like people like Nico would have done so well in that kind of thing.
Maybe, but I don't think that kind of extracurricular activities were really Nico's thing.
Yeah, Nico's
Some people-
was a
I guess it was
major fan
always
of the
an
Go
extra-
Ho Club.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
But
that's
if it was a class,
I think they did have a speech class, right? I'm not sure.
I have no idea.
did they?
I never had. I only had Miss Taylor for civics, I think.
Civics. Nice, nice.
was just a-
That's That's Miss Taylor for you. Shout out to Miss Taylor, of course.
Shout out to Miss
Always
Taylor, yeah,
very,
dude.
very
Shout out
nice
to
lady.
Danny, who has taken over the speech and debate.
Yeah,
Of
shout out to
course,
Danny. You know, it's good.
Danny.
Danny is taking over the speech team. You know, it's gonna be his actual job. You know,
Yeah,
good for him,
dude.
dude. Awesome.
He
Good
was the
for
gun
him.
number
He's-
one over us, so very well deserved.
Good for good. Didn't he also win an award at one point for speech?
Yeah, Danny.
He got, like-
Danny
I'm pretty sure he got,
has
like, first
really
place
gone
with
above
Tyler.
and beyond with speech.
Yeah, I think he was the member of the year or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something along those lines. Well made videos about him.
Hey, Danny knows what he's good at. That's good.
Mhm.
That's the point. So yeah, but well. Speaking of Danny, Avengers Endgame.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, make sure to put the spoiler flare on your.
So-
Yeah,
Spoiler flare. Woo. Just so you guys know, for the audience, the Russo brothers, of course, the famous directors of Infinity War and Endgame, did say that the embargo on spoilers and stuff will end Monday, which was yesterday of the time recording, which is basically, if I see my calendar here, May 6th, 2019. That was the day that they said, okay, embargo's off, everyone can talk about spoilers now. So the cast was able to share videos of on set stuff, behind the scenes, whatever. The cast can talk about it, whatever. So that was it. So let's kind of talk about it.
Oh man, where do we begin?
Brandon, we weren't there with you when you saw Endgame, and we haven't really heard your thoughts about it. So what do you think
Yeah.
about it?
Oh,
Go ahead, Brendan.
Okay. So what I will say is that Endgame is a very enjoyable film.
It was very enjoyable.
It was pretty good.
I'm not one of the major fanboys of the Marvel series. But for me, for how much I invested in the series, it was a very touching and rewarding send off. It got a little sad there. It gets a little sad.
It does, yeah.
Overall, though, I'd have to say it's not as good as Infinity Wars.
Really? A lot of people did
Mm.
share that sentiment. A lot of people were like, Infinity War was just much better. I think it was either you or Nico who said that, Hugo. One of you said that they liked Infinity War better.
I'm pretty sure I said it as soon as we left the theater.
Yeah. Do you still think that? Do you still
I'll
feel
say this: Infinity War definitely beats Endgame in terms of spectacle. You know that final fight aside, because that shit was just epic. I was getting goosebumps. It was amazing. It was fucking great. But in terms of action spectacle, that sort of shit, Infinity War has Endgame beat. But in terms of character moments, really, just really nice moments. With these characters, it's an Endgame for my money. Like Brandon said, it's a really good farewell to some of these characters, because I kind of don't like what they did with Hulk.
Can I say
So I'm
Hulk
pretty
was
sure
my
that was,
favorite
like-
part of the movie. It was so hilarious
okay.
seeing him on screen for the
Okay,
first
dude.
time. Like, oh my god.
It was funny. I just
But it
kind of
was
wish.
so weird.
It was so weird. It kind of came out of nowhere. I understand that there was a 5-year time skip, but at the same time, I would have loved to see something. Because it kind of feels like his arc that we see him go through Ragnarok.
Kind of entirely off screen.
Yeah, it happened. Yeah, like eventually, like the resolution to that arc happens off screen. And that's I don't like that. Because it starts in Ragnarok. And then it continues through Infinity War, and then we don't get any kind of actual proper resolution by Endgame.
I agree. I'm pretty sure Hulk. I'm pretty sure that Bruce has like the worst resolution out of any Avenger. I guess maybe Black Widow's death, but it's
Yeah.
but like even she died for a good cause and everything. But like literally everyone, they like went to a path that they wanted to go to, right? Tony died. He finally was able to rest after being so fucking obsessed with being a hero. Fucking Captain America
Got to spend his time
with his
yeah,
lady,
with his
right?
lady, and the appropriate time he should have been.
Yeah,
in.
exactly. Hawkeye was able to finally reunite with his family, and like give up the life of so much violence.
Mhm.
But like Hulk is just he just
Yeah.
stands there, dude.
Yeah, they just
Like,
got
what do I
fucked
do
up arm.
now? And
Yeah.
Thor, he goes on an adventure again to find himself with the Guardians. Like
Guardians,
literally
yeah.
every Avenger
Yeah.
but him has a resolution.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
it's
dude.
crazy.
Yeah, like everybody else gets a nice resolution. Okay, I like that. Especially when we're talking about the two main honchos there, fucking Iron Man and Iron Man Captain America. Yeah,
Yeah.
like Iron Man lays down his life. You know, he does the selfless thing and fucking sacrifices his life for the sake of the entire universe. Captain
Yeah.
America finally gets to live the life that he thought he would never get after he went into the ice, like back during World War II.
There was
But I love how they always refer to it as him going in the ice every time.
Going in the ice.
When I was in the ice.
when I went under ice. Oh
Um,
man,
what did you
it's
think,
weird.
Serge? What do you? How?
I think I don't know. It was a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it. I definitely think it was better than Infinity War.
Yeah.
I think maybe because I just saw Infinity War so many times and I've only seen Endgame once. I want to see it again though. I
was
definitely
thinking
want to
about
see
that
Endgame
too. I
again.
really
Let's
might
go
see
watch
it
it again.
after we're done recording.
Let's go
like right
let's
now
watch
we
again.
go see it.
Honestly,
All right,
let's
guys,
go.
it's been a great podcast.
Honestly, I mean,
But, like,
let me-
I don't know,
Dude.
dude.
Honestly, another kind of issue I had too was some of the. I know the MCU is lighthearted and comical, and I love it for that, you know. But there's moments in the film where I want the tone to be serious, you know, to really like, you know, because it's a fucked up situation, like
Mhm.
when they're all planning to retrieve the Infinity Stones. I know this scene's particularly because Nebula was explained to them, oh, Vormir, it's like this, like if you go there, shit's gonna get fucked, you know, like one of you's probably gonna die. She doesn't say that directly, you know, but it's really implied that Vormir's like deadly,
Dangerous,
you know,
yeah,
dangerous, yeah, you know,
dangerous, yeah.
and you know, and like you know, like the music comes up, everybody goes quiet, and I'm just there in the theater thinking to myself, please don't make a stupid joke, you know, because like it'd be nice to like fucking you know like have
dude.
that serious tone, and then Ant-Man goes over here like not it. I'm like
Not it.
I'm like
Not it.
not it. I'm like fuck. It was funny, you know, but at the same time, I'm like fuck.
I'll say I think they got a lot better at it throughout the movies because I think particularly like Joss Whedon, he was terrible. I think about keeping the tone. Like
Yeah,
First
You think
Avengers,
so?
they are just constantly cracking off no matter the stakes.
like oh yeah, oh your brother killed 80 people. He's adopted, but that guy.
Like,
That's actually a good line though. I'm not sure why I used that as an example. That was good.
Dude, this movie, they did a good job of bringing some memes. Like,
Dude, honestly,
Dude, America's ass.
America's ass,
Ass.
dude. My God, that was some
Dude.
good writing, I gotta say. But you
No.
know what was bad writing? The worst part of the movie?
Okay.
I love you 3000.
I love it, 3000. Oh, I like the sentiment. I think it's
I
really,
think
it's
it's a
really
good
sweet.
Very
sentiment.
touching sentiment, yeah.
It's a touching
It's-
sentiment.
It's
but
really
so
cute.
many people abuse it on social media.
But see,
Everyone
that's
uses
the
it
difference,
now.
though. That you see, that's not really liking it because it was in the movie. It's liking
Mhm.
it because of how everybody else used it. You know?
I mean, honestly,
yeah, it's just
personally, I don't really get on social media, so maybe that's why the sentiment is like really, like I think
it
it's
is
still
nice.
there
Yeah, you
because I
like,
don't see it as often.
You haven't seen it, yeah, but like, just everyone makes
I,
references.
I think it's really cute, you know. And like speaking of like Tony's daughter and all, you know, anyone kind of looking forward to seeing her take up the mantle, you know, in future MCU movies?
Oh,
Okay, if
I
we're gonna
heard
get into
about
this,
that.
I honestly don't know if I think I'm done with Marvel movies. To be honest,
Man,
Like,
that's
I
what
don't know-
everyone's saying.
I mean, but I really don't know why anyone would kind of invest in this.
See,
series
that's
after
what I
this.
originally thought too. I thought like after Far From Home, you know, I think I'm gonna be done with Marvel. But it'll be nice to see Spider-Man also take up like fill in the shoes of these heroes that are now like the party, you know, all these other superheroes,
Right.
you know, the new generation of them coming in. I think it'll be interesting, you know. I
Yeah, 'cause
definitely
they
Oh,
did
go ahead.
definitely like they opened they opened the way for the new generation Avengers basically. Like that's kind of like their plans. Like that those are the people that basically the people that were killed off from the snap in Infinity War. Those are the people that Marvel is going to work on now for phase 4. Like Black Panther, they're going to continue that. Doctor Strange, Spider-Man,
Captain Marvel one.
Captain Marvel, maybe. Well,
Can I just say that that first act of Endgame did not go anything like I thought it was going to.
Yes.
Yeah, dude. I was under the assumption they were going to fucking rally up, go try and fight Thanos. Thanos was gonna clap them, and then they were gonna have to figure out something else.
That's really has been the magic of Infinity Wars and Endgame. They've subverted a lot of expectations, I think.
Yeah! Like, they clapped Thanos!
Dude, honestly,
fuck.
dude, that's so weird though, because when fucking Thor fucks him up, decapitates him, it doesn't feel like a heroic triumphant moment. It feels like it honestly feels like Thanos was fucking murdered in cold blood.
Honestly,
Yeah, dude, it's crazy.
He's just this farmer now.
you kind of, I think coming out of Infinity War, where we get the whole movie from Thanos' perspective, you know.
Right.
And then, like, you see him as just, like, little farmer who's super fucked up for some reason. Watching him get, like, fucking jumped, you can't help, you feel bad for him despite the fact that he literally just killed half of the fucking universe.
It is, honestly, because you see Captain Marvel and Thor, and, like, they're all just ganging up, and you're like, poor guy, almost.
Come on, yeah, you're like, chill out.
Like, damn, y'all. Like,
crazy.
Yeah,
dude. It was weird. I really like when stories try to kind of make you sympathize with the villain, you know? Like, it's an interesting concept, too. Why Thanos did it.
I mean, yeah. I mean, stories definitely benefit when you have relatable characters. and well-written guys.
Yeah, dude.
Endgame definitely paints as more of a villain, though, because you get that scene where he realizes, like, oh, yeah, okay, it looks like wiping out half of existence isn't enough. Right. I'm just gonna fucking delete everything.
Yeah, that was... Oh, my God.
Dude, Thanos is so fucking strong, even without the gauntlet.
Yeah, man, dude, it's crazy.
Like in Infinity War,
I mean, he really did put it on again.
dude, like in Infinity War.
Sorry,
in Infinity War, you can argue that he's only that overpowered because he has the stones, right?
Yeah.
But in fucking Endgame, he is 1v3ing the fucking Iron Man, Captain America, and Thor, you know, with like almost zero fucking issues.
It's crazy, dude. Yeah, dude, it's like, I don't understand.
It's so insane, dude. It seems like he barely fucking struggled against him. Only time he had a bit of a hiccup was when fucking Captain, when he picked up that hammer,
can
dude.
we talk about? Oh, if we got to talk about a scene, it's got to be that. Did you guys expect him to take the hammer?
Oh,
it was really heavily foreshadowed in Age of Ultron.
It was, yeah, but I thought that was like, oh, just like a funny, haha, like, you know, moment in Age of Ultron, right? I didn't think it would be like, you know, foreshadowing that he would actually use the fucking hammer. That was like,
he was going to pick up that hammer. I wasn't gonna fucking riot.
That was so, oh man, Brandon. Oh, I wanted to hear your opinion on this, Brandon. So, what are your thoughts on like movie audiences in theaters that like get hype and stuff like that in the theater?
Can I say?
Do you think it's annoying?
No. Sometimes I understand. Like sometimes I genuinely get the reaction. Like if we can go back to Infinity Wars, the gasp I heard in the audience when Thanos fucking snapped. Like I was not annoyed by that because I was right there with everybody. Dude. Like. Excuse me, did they just...
They just fucking lost.
They just lost, dude.
By the way, guys, Infinity War spoilers.
Yeah, dude.
Marvel Cinema Universe.
Marvel Cinema. Incredible Hulk spoilers, dude.
I will say that.
Yeah, dude, Bruce Banner's the Hulk.
Bruce Banner turns into the Hulk.
Dude.
Oh, man. But, like, what do you think, Brandon?
Oh, but like, so I understand having genuine reactions to the movies, but I'll say the only thing that really gets me irritated in the theater is like save your jokes for the home watch with your pals and.
So you're saying you wouldn't like a theater that erupted when Captain America took the hammer? You don't think that would be appropriate?
That would have been pretty hype.
That would have been like hype, right? And I was like, well, okay, come on.
Wait, your theater did that?
Yeah, they were like,
oh, I should have been there!
Come on.
Our theater was
Fuck!
quiet as fuck, dude.
Our
Honestly,
theater was so quiet, man.
I
It was so lame, but like,
but I kind of prefer
well,
it
you
to like
saw
all
like
that.
the day it came out, right?
Yeah,
yeah, we did, but come on, man. I thought seeing the day that it would come out, it would have like more
Like the hypest
fanboys that would like,
reactions,
it would have the hypest reactions, right? Because we're the
No,
one
because
of
the
first
fanboys like us, we waited to see it. We
yeah,
waited.
dude.
I typically don't have a problem with like cheering and stuff, but it was kind of surreal because the first time that ever happened to me was during Infinity War, and the moment everyone started
Yeah.
clapping and cheering was when fucking Captain America appeared. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that
Like-
happened in my theater too. My theater also was rowdy for Infinity War.
Dude, it was
I
weird.
guess Infinity War was, I don't know. It's weird.
It's
Maybe people were just much more engrossed. In
Everyone in our theater was just fucking tired, Sergio. We went to go watch it like at 10:30, I think.
Dude, you're right. Maybe that was it.
I did
You
catch
should've
a
caught a
morning
morning.
show when I went.
Oh, yes.
Oh, you did?
Mhm.
That
Yes.
probably explains it. How many people were there? Did they fill
I mean, it
your
was still a
theater?
packed fucking theater, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
In the morning? What
Oh,
day?
hell yeah. Well, I saw like, maybe the day after you guys did because I didn't. I decided I.
So it was a
couldn't wait
Friday
anymore.
morning.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe we
Oh
should have
my
just done that, dude.
God.
I had that day off.
Friday morning, you went to go see it, and it was packed.
It was still packed.
That's surprising. That's crazy.
I sat next to a 12-year-old who I have to say, he was like not that annoying. Like the only thing was he could not keep up with what was happening to the movie, so he constantly leaned into his dad and was like, "Oh, what's that?"
Oh, dude.
What's that? It's Iron Man, son. Who's that?
Holy
It's his wife,
God.
son.
What is Dude,
And then, but I remember there was a hilarious time, like towards the climax of the movie, the son leaned in to ask something, and his dad like, "Shh, go!" like, literally pushed the dude off. He was like, "Shh."
you were like, oh, fuck off.
Oh my God, dude.
Jesus.
These movies
R
get people
slash
passionate,
kids are
man.
fucking stupid. Yeah, man. I
Dude.
think it was a good movie. But, fuck. It brought people together, honestly. That's a good movie.
It was a good movie, honestly. I personally fucking loved it. You know, really good way to end
Yeah.
off this saga. You know, of the
And
MCU movies.
And it's on track to beat Avatar.
I
Yeah,
hope
dude,
it
the
The
does.
king for so
I
many
hope it does, dude.
years.
Avatar. I honestly have
Nobody
zero
talks
idea.
about Avatar. I've
Dude,
never seen
honestly,
anybody
nobody.
with an Avatar shirt.
See,
who
look,
can name
all
a
right.
character from Avatar?
Do you guys know the
Jake
real
Sully.
reason? Do you guys
Okay.
know the real reason why Avatar, why it got so popular?
Well, 'cause
Was it? Oh, go ahead.
I mean,
The
because
reason
of the gimmick.
why,
It was like the first
Because of the
huge
gimmick.
3D
Yeah.
movie.
it was the
No.
hugest 3D movie ever. It was 3D, dude.
Right.
Dude,
And it
speaking
was
of Drake,
James Cameron.
it was
And
James
it was
Cameron, you know?
James Cameron.
The man who gave us that Titanic movie,
He
That
gave us
Titanic movie.
Titanic, dude.
dude.
God, I wonder how much money that man is swimming in. He's a genius.
Dude, it was the money he got from Avatar, the first one, must be nothing compared to the series he is about to produce.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about like 4 more avatars. I'm like, I wonder what they
That's
can
what I'm
really
saying.
explore.
Where
Last series.
are they, by the way? We have legit no
Disney
news.
had
Where the
just
fuck?
come out with the schedule for
Yeah.
them, I think. They
Yeah.
actually had just,
Avatar 2
really?
set to come out like in 2021.
yeah.
Oh,
And then
what the
the
fuck?
series will wrap up in like 2025, I think.
Why so late? What happened?
Well,
I'm
they're
not sure.
making 4 avatars.
Oh, true, yeah.
Wait.
I'm genuinely. I think Peter Jackson's just doing this to like try and fucking beat out Marvel now or something.
Oh,
Nah, I'm just
Hell
kidding.
yeah,
But
dude.
but-
Yeah, dude. It's gonna be the geniuses all coming together to make. Dude, I don't know.
dude, speaking
Do
of
you think Avatar's gonna take the crown again?
I don't think so.
I don't know.
I'm honestly don't think so because
You
I
think
mean-
3D really was the only reason it carried Avatar? to
Pretty
number one?
because the movie was fucking beautiful. You know, the movie looked great. But I really don't understand why it is the top grossing film when honestly it's not that memorable to me personally.
I guess you're
It
right.
had like really gorgeous scenery and stuff, but
yeah. It's weird. I don't know.
they're really
Did
gonna
you
have to.
guys see Avatar like in theaters or anything? Like,
Yeah, I went to go watch it with my dad. You know, he kept
I went to
pointing
go
out
see it, too.
he kept pointing out their blue nipples to me, so that was nice of him.
Like, not.
Your
I-
dad just looks at you like, hey.
It's a long
Yeah, Kate-
attack right there.
Yeah. He was just like, hey, you can see, like, hey, you can see their nipples, and I'm like, oh fuck, you can. What's this movie rated?
Do you see their nipples?
Shit, man, I don't remember. I think you can, dude, but at the same time, they're like CG, like blue nipples, so
Yeah.
alien nipples.
I don't know. It was I think it was a good movie as well, but I'm pretty sure Endgame is much more memorable. So
Dude,
I agree. Definitely should take the #1 spot.
speaking of top grossing films, have you guys seen that Zoe Saldana is now starring and has starred in 3 movies that have grossed over $2 billion?
Who?
That's right, Zoe
Zoe
Saldana.
Woman who plays Gamora.
Oh.
She played the main Navi girl in Avatar.
Wow, so she's the real winner in all of this.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
dude. Honestly, dude, that's really fucking cool.
It is really cool. Yeah. Wait, what was the third movie?
Well, Endgame, Infinity War, and Avatar.
Oh, Endgame, Infinity War. Okay.
Yeah, well, she didn't really star in Endgame, but like, she was in it.
But she was in it,
there.
yeah.
She ends up actually playing kind of an important role.
Yeah,
she's-
we'll take a role into like getting the gauntlet and everything.
hmm It's pretty interesting, honestly. Man,
Well-
Endgame. Will there ever be a movie like Endgame again? We'd have to wait.
I think maybe. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think truly, Endgame and Infinity Wars represent the movies that honestly kind of they capture a generation. Like we really might not see a next one until God knows.
Yeah.
Another 10 years.
Like think
Honestly.
about it. Film relatively movies and stuff like that, they're really young. Like when did they start? Like 1940s, 1950s, maybe earlier than that?
Somewhere around there. I'm not too sure.
Oh, Nico does bring up the end or the last film of Star Wars.
Right? Did anybody think there would be another Return of the Jedi?
That's a good point.
And I'm not saying there won't be, but I'm just saying
I genuinely
know?
believe there's going to be another event like Endgame somehow,
For sure,
like in maybe
for
10 years from
sure.
now.
I mean,
Especially if they bring in like a bigger villain.
right? And we're already seeing movie companies trying to kind of capitalize on the whole cinematic universe idea, right?
Mm-hmm,
I
yeah.
mean,
It's
Like,
it's just
now
such
we-
a good
now we have the
idea.
Avatar cinematic universe.
Dude,
Yeah.
honestly, good hell, dude. I can't.
And
I can't.
then the Smash Bros cinematic universe.
Hell yeah, dude.
Detective Pikachu and
Dude.
Sonic the Hedgehog.
But dude, fuck that trailer. Oh my god, I just don't know why they chose Gangster's Paradise.
Honestly,
I
it
don't
felt like
either, dude.
somebody suggested Gangster
God.
Paradise as a joke, and nobody realized it until it was way too late.
Oh shit! Yeah, Jim, the intern said let's just get Gangster's Paradise, and we couldn't think of anything better.
Gangster's Paradise.
Shit.
Fuck it, hey, man. That's. Guess we'll have to see how that movie comes out.
Yeah,
but-
if they redesign Sonic to a better look, I might just go watch, because like it's a big movie studio actually listening to their
Yeah,
like,
that's
their
like for like 80% of fucking video game movies, they just can't seem to get the character design right.
or just anything fucking right.
Yeah, exactly. Like Detective Pikachu,
Might be the first.
Like, the reason
good
why
video game
it
movie.
might be the first good one, right?
And
Like
it's probably
because
because it's not really based off of video games.
yeah, exactly. And it's like, I mean, it's based off of Pokemon, right? But like, they got the fucking design right. Like Assassin's Creed, they didn't get it right. Super Mario Bros. Movie, they didn't get it
Fuck.
right. What else? What else
House
has
of the
failed
Dead.
game- House of the House of the Dead. No crosshair in the middle of the screen. I'm
Dude.
disappointed.
The movie isn't even on rails.
Dude.
Dude, it isn't on rails, man. Awful. But
Doom. Nico in the chat just said Doom. which is pretty
Doom,
good.
yeah,
It's on-
Doom is a
There's
good
Doom
one.
movie?
Well, okay. It's on Netflix actually.
It was starring Dwayne Johnson, I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
Yeah. Rampage movie. The Rampage movie. Remember those
Oh,
games?
Mortal
Wait,
Kombat
Rampage
movie?
was a game?
Yeah, Rampage was a game, dude. You never
No
played Rampage?
way.
Dude, I used
No,
to.
I didn't-
You're having him as a guest next week. I used to play Rampage all the fucking time with Alex Ramos.
No way.
He had it on the GameCube, dude, and that game was the shit.
Oh shit, we're gonna have to ask him about that.
Yeah, dude.
Rampage.
Nico over here again saying the Mortal Kombat movie. Mortal Kombat movie, it's honestly kind of a guilty pleasure for me.
Really?
Mortal Kombat,
Yeah.
right as Nathan types the Mortal Kombat
Yeah,
movie
Mortal
is
Kombat movie is
garbage.
garbage. Okay, yeah, it's a guilty. I think it's a good movie. You know, like I thought.
Really?
Really?
ob-
What do you mean by you
objectively,
think it's a good movie?
objectively, it's fucking garbage. But I enjoy watching it.
Honestly, as
It's
long
one of
as
those
we can agree on
movies
that.
you can turn your brain off and just
Yeah, you know, it's
Fuck it.
just some light fun. Same with the Street Fighter live action movie. You know.
mindless. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
My guilty
Hell
pleasure,
yeah.
of course, being
Brandon, dude, you go. Thank you.
No problem.
Dude.
Brandon. Do you have a guilty pleasure like that?
Oh, dude. Okay.
Closets.
Haha, that's so funny.
I'm sorry.
No, honestly. Well, I'm trying to think. I would say probably the Death Note movie. I think is a movie I enjoy watching despite how bad it is.
I'm
haven't seen
going
it.
to be completely honest. I've seen that movie too on Netflix. I thought it was okay.
Wait, we should actually cut that part out. What did you just say?
I'm serious. I've never seen the anime, so I couldn't have anything to compare it to. So I thought it was like
No.
I thought it was alright. I mean,
Sergio,
it's okay.
I haven't seen it. I've seen
I
the FMA live action movie, and that was fucking terrible.
Honestly,
Dude, I don't know, man.
dude, I want
they
to see
never
the
get it
FMA
right.
live action so bad, but I know it's just gonna be a train wreck.
Has there really never been a movie based on like a game or an anime or something that did well?
I don't know.
I
I
mean-
think. Go ahead, Brendan.
Dragon Ball
They all
movie
do
did
well. That's
awful.
why they
Avatar
keep
movie
doing
did
it.
Don't say
awful.
that. Nope, I take that back. I think
I'm
it-
gonna say off the top of my head, I can't think of any video game movie
Me neither.
I enjoy, or even
It's
watch.
Crazy.
The big issue. I saw like a video on this. It's like people say that the whole reason of the whole part of playing video games is because you want to be interactive with it. You want to be the actual character. Putting it on a screen, putting it on a movie takes that away from you.
Yeah, I guess that is a good point. I guess it's just taking out player interaction.
Yeah,
Um,
the Tomb Raider
the
movie
Tomb
for
Raiders
pre.
movie, yeah.
Where I don't have enough memories of them to really judge them, but I do have enough memories of the Resident Evil movies to say those were pretty bad too.
Resident Evil. Actually,
Oh my
no. The
God.
first one did well.
The first one
That
was
is
good.
actually a successful video game movie.
Everything
Everything after it was
Fucking garbage.
it was bad, but the first
think-
one actually was okay.
I think it was Resident Evil Annihilation, the one with fucking with Nemesis, where they gave him like a love plot or something, and I'm just like, what a terrible fucking
it was
idea.
weird, yeah. Make Nemesis like the original guy who turned into Nemesis was Mila Jovovich's love interest. It was I don't know.
Yeah, it was just weird.
Ugh, well, you know, I guess what we have to look forward to is Detective Pikachu, right?
Yeah, man, I
And
think
the
I'm going
Sonic
to
movie.
the
And
Sonic movie.
Sonic
Yeah,
movie, yeah.
watch the fucking design come out worse. Honestly,
I
Um,
can't
I'm-
fucking wait.
dude, I'm actually
They
gonna go
bring
watch
the
Detective
eyes
Pikachu.
together. They finally fix the eyes, but then they make the nose like fucking.
They just scrap everything, make a Knuckles
just-
movie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. It's just the Knuckles now. I'm wondering if they're gonna introduce other Sonic characters into that movie.
Are you kidding me? This is the start to the Sonic cinematic universe.
Dude, you think so?
Dude, you think we'll ever see Shadow the Hedgehog on the big screen?
Dude, I want to see my boy Shadow the Hedgehog on the big
Dude.
screen. I can only
No,
hope.
man. Nico, that game was garbage.
R-rated movie.
R-rated Shadow the Hedgehog.
Alright, Shadow the Hedgehog.
Gratuitous sex scenes as well.
Dude, yeah, between him and Tails.
Oh man, but well, there you go, dude. There you go. But well, I think that should wrap things up very nicely. My Slam will Hamon, thank you for joining us on the podcast. I appreciate it.
Man, why must you hurt me in this way?
What do you mean, man? We're glad you were here.
Say the name right.
Hugo, Ivan Laura Benitez,
Thank you so much.
close
for
friend of ours. Thanks for coming on.
chatting
Yeah, of
about
course,
this.
man.
Chatting
Do I
it
get-
up.
Do I get to plug anything?
Yeah, plug your stuff.
Plug yourself,
Um.
please.
Okay, I'm thinking about
plug your favorite movie, Hugo.
my
of all
favorite
time.
movie.
Yeah.
Fuck, that's gotta be Space Jam, son.
Okay. Well,
Space
tell
Jam.
them
There
where
you
they
go.
can find
Space
you,
Jam, dude.
Well, you can find Space Jam on Hulu.
Honestly, I
Okay.
do want to watch Space Jam.
Tell
Too.
them where to find you, Hugo. Your social medias.
Where can we
and
find
stuff.
you, Hugo?
You can find me at Hugo Ivan Lar Benitez on Facebook, at Hugo ILRB on Twitter. Maybe not. I'm pretty sure I deactivated both those accounts. uh, yeah, but you know,
My
my
Slime will
sort-
jam on anything else like Steam and stuff, right?
I think I'm Mr. Game and Watch on
Oh yeah,
on Steam. Yeah,
on Steam. Steam, Mr. Gay Man Watch.
yeah,
That is not a joke. That is how
yep.
it's spelled.
That's my
Um,
Steam name.
Yep. Well, other than that, thanks for coming on, Hugo. Appreciate the time you've given us, man.
Hey man, happy to be here. You know, I just wanna let the people know also that Brandon Fields is my friend.
That.
Oh, that's touching.
nothing
That's a
else.
touching message.
It's a
Touching message.
Sergio,
You know-
I'm gonna need you to cut that last part out.
Oh my god. Dude. Well, look forward to next episode, fellas, where we get the famous Alex Ramos on the show with a very special, surprising guest alongside him. So
Ooh.
wait till then. So yeah, catch you guys later. Peace out.